Hey guys, welcome back to Sid's channel. Thought we'd do something a little bit different today. Normally we unbox new Transformers and do a review of them, go over all their features and do some comparisons. However, today I wanted to take a moment to do a little bit of a Bumblebee retrospective. I might make these a regular feature. Not sure right now, it all depends on what everybody thinks, but thought this would be a fun exercise. So to start off, we have G1 Bumblebee. Now, I do not have the package for this Bumblebee because he is 37 years old, and I've had him for the entire 37 years, and somewhere along the line the packaging has disappeared. But we have the man himself here, so we'll go ahead and go over him. My goal with this is just to have a little bit of nostalgia, but also to really take a moment to pay respects to how far the engineering and the design have come for Transformers. I mean, this was one of the first Transformers that I had. Loved this guy. I took him everywhere with me, and he has the wear and tear to prove it. But even after 37 years, he still holds up pretty well. Of course, he is limited, particularly in his robot mode, in comparison to some of today's figures. But we'll get into that later, and we'll do a side-by-side comparison with him. Again, just for fun. Wanted to get this out there. If anybody maybe has never seen a G1 Bumblebee, this will give him an opportunity. So let's go ahead and grab him. We'll get him a little closer here. So as you can tell, he is not a large figure. He's pretty tiny. So there he is from we'll just do a full top view. Also, for those who don't know, these are thermal stickers. I don't know how effective it is anymore, but it used to be with your body heat, you could hold your finger over it and give it a few seconds, and then it would reveal whether this figure was an Autobot or a Decepticon. And of course, we know Bumblebee was an Autobot, but still, it's always fun to see. And yeah, you can see in there, it's not the clearest, but it still works. All right, now here is the side view of the little guy. I always love the almost like a rat rodder look here with the much larger wheels in the back. It was always fun to roll him around and play with, and I mean, he does still roll relatively well. These are the original rubber tires. This is the back. Even got a little exhaust port down there. Here's the right side, passenger side. All right, another top view. And a bottom view. So something cool about this guy, I know it's not going to be very easy to read, but you do have some writing down here from an originality standpoint. The top portion is in Japanese, and the middle line, it has a little trademark or a copyright symbol, Takara Company Limited. Third line, it says 1980-1984 Japan. So really cool. I guess just confirms he is an original. All right, now let's go on to transformation. This will not be an involved transformation, guys. This is one of the simplest transformations for the Transformers out there, but that was one of the endearing qualities for him. So, to transform him into a robot, simply hold on to the tires, pull those out on either side, and there you have his arms. Pretty straightforward. For the legs, pull the legs out and turn these down. I say that. Don't want to damage him. There we go. Same thing here. Pull these out, turn them down, and reveal the head. Now, on the original, the eyes were not blue, they were just silver. This was, as a child, in my creative moments, I took a blue pen and tried to make his eyes blue. Kind of worked, I suppose. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll get him sat down there. Well, this leg right here is giving me a little bit of an issue, so... There we go. Alright, now he's all better. Maybe. Okay, so there he is, Mr. Bumblebee. Now, for comparison, what I'll do is I'll just bring in my history of Bumblebee. We'll start with the reissue, if you will, the G2, which was Goldbug, and this is, I think, the beginning of my disappointments in Hasbro, particularly during the late 80s, the early 90s, when they were notorious for cheapening things, repaints, just overall poor quality, phoning it in, if you will. So, but this is Goldbug. As you can see, he was a pull back and let him go guy. Alright, nothing to this guy. Now, he did retain the Volkswagen Beetle look, which was nice, and his transformation is just as simplistic as the original Bumblebees. So his proportions in vehicle mode actually look really good. I enjoyed his alt mode here. I think it looked really nice. Alright, so I'm not going to be transforming every one of these guys. I just wanted to show off the Goldbug here. Alright, we'll put him off to the side. What we'll do next is we'll bring in the Fall of Cybertron Bumblebee. So another caveat on this fellow is he will not be standing up today, or probably ever again, because somewhere along the lines, as Sid was playing with him when Sid was younger, the feet came off, those ball joints, and it has since been lost somewhere in the shuffle. So he does not stand anymore. So usually I just have him sitting on the edge of the shelf with his legs dangling, looking like he's proverbially sitting on the dock of the bay. So let me raise this up just a little bit. Sorry for the camera shake. Just going to get this up a little taller because the next group of guys coming in are going to be a little bit bigger. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll put Fall of Cybertron Bumblebee off to the side. Next in is Transformers Prime Bumblebee. Borrowed heavily from the Bayverse Bumblebees. Although he has a fun design, fun transformation. I enjoy him in both modes. I think his overall look with the rest of the Transformers Prime characters flows really well. Move him off to the side. Next guy we'll bring in is the Human Alliance Bumblebee from the Bayverse. I'm going to move him back a little bit to see if we can get him all the way in. May have to do another camera adjustment here, guys. Apologies. There we go. So this is the Human Alliance Bumblebee. This is the closest thing that I have to a Camaro version Masterpiece Bumblebee. So I think overall, his articulation, his look, they did a good job capturing it here. Alt mode looks fantastic. Of course, with it being a Human Alliance, for those who don't know, when he transforms into his Camaro mode, he has opening doors where you can fit two human characters or human figures in him. So that makes it really nice from a playability standpoint. So I have him displayed on my shelf as the closest thing that I have to a movie Masterpiece Camaro Bumblebee. All right, let's move him out of the way. We'll bring in the next fellow. Speaking of movie Masterpiece Bumblebees, here we have movie Masterpiece Bumblebee from the Bumblebee movie. This guy, I think, looks fantastic. He's not screen accurate, but I think for what you can pick him up, he's still available. You can find him in Target. I think for $79.99, you could probably find him online for a little less than that. But he's a fun character. He's got a good amount of die cast. He's nice and heavy. The quality, the overall feel of him, really, really nice. I would recommend this guy, but it's not his review. So we'll put him off to the side. Next guy we're going to bring in is Earthrise Bumblebee, the Netflix version. This guy looks great. He is close to a mini masterpiece. I really enjoy him. I know that there is a parts forming aspect to him. This is another review that I'm hopefully going to be getting to soon. Totally understand he has a parts forming aspect to him. The back comes off and does not stay as part of him for the transformation. You just plop this rear section on after you've transformed the rest of him. I don't really mind. I think the overall look, with or without the back, he's got a good look to him. Bear with me for 10 seconds. I have one more character. I didn't bring him over. Hold on 1 second. All right, sorry about that. I thought I brought him over, and I didn't. So let's go ahead and move Earthrise out of the way. And then for the final comparison, we'll bring in MPM 08 Masterpiece Bumblebee. So this is the one that came with Spike in the exosuit. And I know that there is a new Masterpiece Bumblebee out. I do not like that one as much as I like this one. I don't think that I'll be adding the new one to my collection unless I can find it on a really good discount. This guy does everything that I need. He sits with the rest of my masterpieces and looks absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, we'll get a little closer on him so you can see him. I think that head sculpt looks really good. And you can see, of course, with the G1, when the cartoons were made, of course, they gave him a human face. The G1 character did not have that. So when they reissued, or they issued this masterpiece, of course, they gave the human face that you saw in the cartoons. So that is it as far as all the characters that I have. Give you one last good look here at Bumblebee, and then we're just going to line all the guys up just for a family shot. So bring him in a little bit closer. The head sculpt is what it is, also quite flat. You have tire fists and really no articulation to speak of. You do have shoulder rotation and you have toe/foot rotation, but really the only pose you're ever going to get this guy in is just the static pose like that. He's not going to do much more. So, all right, let's get everybody lined up here. We'll get a nice family shot, and then we'll wrap this one up. So let's go ahead and bring in Goldbug. Put Goldbug there beside him. Then we'll do the little guys here. Bring in Earthrise Bumblebee. Doesn't look too bad. And then we will we'll have, you know what we'll do? We'll put Fall of Cybertron Bumblebee. Maybe do like one of these poses. I think we could probably get him in something like that. Maybe a superhero landing pose. I think that'll work. Yeah, that'll do for now. Bring in Transformers Prime Bumblebee. Bring in Masterpiece Bumblebee. And we will bring in the last two guys. Movie Masterpiece Bumblebee. Let's see, how are we going to do this? Let me put this Bumblebee over here. Bring in Movie Masterpiece Bumblebee like that. And then we'll put the tall guys in the back. And then I'll just move this over just a tick. There we go. So there you have it. G1 Bumblebee Retrospective with comparisons to the other Bumblebee figures that I have in my collection that kind of represent all the different eras of Bumblebee. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it was maybe a little unexpected for what we typically do on this channel, but I thought it might be a little bit fun. Like I said, I might occasionally try to do another one of these with some of the other G1 characters that I have. I do have a good number of them, so I could probably make a good amount of content for anybody if they're interested. And with that, we'll wrap it up. I do want to say thank you for tuning in. If you like what we do here, as always, give us a like, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe is always appreciated. As I've mentioned in the other videos, we are making these to try to preach the gospel on Transformers, just how great they are. They are a puzzle. They help with critical thinking. I can't say enough good things about them, and I hope that you agree. Also, with the other review videos, we try to do our best to help you make good purchasing decisions, because there's so many different options out there. A person could spend way too much money collecting these, and every once in a while you're going to get some that are just no good. It's not worth the money, and hopefully watching our channel, seeing some of our videos is going to help you make good decisions down the road. So once again, thank you very much. I will stop talking now, and I will let you guys get back to your regularly scheduled lives. Thanks so